Okay, so if you collect anything, you know displaying them is a really important thing. So this is my unbiased, unpaid for review. If you do click on the link and purchase this item from Amazon, I'll probably make about 10 cents and then I got to pay taxes. But I thought I'd share it with my subscribers and viewers. So this is my relic collection. As you can see, it's really unmanageable and it's a mess. And most of them are at the same height. So it's like when you lay them out, they just look terrible. So I had to find a solution and I found it on the right. Look at that. It went from on the left, like a total horror show, to on the right. Look how neatly stacked they are on this acrylic tier. How many tiers? It's 3 tiers, 3-tier shelves. They have them in many different tiers. And wow, it's acrylic, it's see-through. So it's really something that looks like a floating display, which is lovely. And now my relics all on the right look fantastic. And compared to the left, and now I bought a second one where I'm going to put in the space to the right and line them up perfectly going across, which will be about 22 inches across because they're about, actually, it would be about 23. It's about 11 and 5/8 inches across, and each tier is about 2 inches high. Really quite cool. And you can see I put 3, 6, 9, I put 12 relics on one shelf when one flat shelf on the left could only hold about 8. That's what it looks like. You get it like that. Comes with instructions. You get 3 panels, which is 11 and 5/8 inches across, as you can see there, and about 3 inches deep. So the length is about, the depth is about 3 inches. So if you have something that's 3 inches, it would fit on that shelf. Slightly larger, you could possibly like get away with and finagle. And it comes with a boatload of screws and legs, and you have to put it together. It took me about maybe 5 minutes. You need a Phillips head screwdriver. It does not come with the Phillips head. Both sides are like covered in plastic that you have to pull off. It looks frosted here, but when you pull it off, I can assure you it'll be clear. A lot of people said in the reviews that they couldn't get that off. If that happens, just get a piece of duct tape, stick it on a corner and pull up, and that should pull the plastic off. You have to pull it off before you start building it. On both sides of each slab, I got 2 sets of this, which comes with 3 slabs each and legs and screws. And there you go. I'm pointing out the screw holes. There'll be a link in the description below for these products. Now you see the difference. Look at that. The one on the right compared to my mishmash on the left. Now I just ordered another 2 sets of these, and they come in 2 packs or 1 packs, different tiers. I'll put in the description below. Some with 3 tiers, 2 tiers. And wow, I just love it. It did come with the instructions. Now I will tell you, it comes with screws, and do not lose a screw because they give you just enough. If you lose 1 screw, you're completely screwed. And the legs, there's legs times a million. In the little envelope that's made out of cardboard, they send you a boatload of legs, and you have to put them in the right spots because people gave this thing bad reviews because they were idiots and didn't know how to build it correctly. And as you can see, the legs are all contained in there. You need one of those. That's a Phillips head, not a flat head. If you don't have a Phillips head, you can screw it by hand, but it won't be tight enough. And it won't be sturdy because the little screws aren't tight enough or tightened enough. And there you go, voila. All right, so the legs, do not lose any of the legs. If you drop it on the floor, it's see-through. You probably won't see it. They're in all varying lengths. And some of them have you can see the white on each end. Some of them, you have to you put a screw without a head on it in there. And then you extend the legs in certain areas. Read the instructions. Trust me, a lot of people don't read instructions. So if you build your IKEA desks backwards and have to redo it, I'm just warning you. Pay attention to the instructions. It's very easy once you pay attention. And there you go. I'm showing you some of the parts. Do not even drop one of these on the floor or you're screwed. Now the base diameter of my reliquaries are 3 inches. And that little peg gets in the way. So you got to pay attention. On the corners, there'll be a peg for each leg. And it will get in the way. So keep that in mind. Although mine is 3 inches in diameter, it actually fit on the shelf. And it comes over a little over the side of the lip, but in the center, they fit perfectly on the little 11.8 inch length going across by 3 inches deep. By the highest level is 5.9 inches high in the back. As you can see, that goes up to 5.9 inches high. Now my reliquary is 8 inches. So remember, the height of your item plus 5.9 inches high in the back will mean that, you know, your item will be higher than 5.9 inches. And there's the instructions I'm showing you right there that I couldn't find. I dropped them on the floor and built it without looking at the instructions by looking at pictures. And then I realized, oops, it had instructions all along. Now, it stands at 5.9 inches high all the way in the back. Now, my reliquaries are 8 inches tall, so add 8 inches plus 5.9, which is approximately 6 inches high, in the very back, the last row, which is the third row. And it comes out 8.5 inches from the back shelf all the way to the front of the beginning of the shelf. So remember, it juts out 8.5 inches, is 11.8 inches across each shelf, and approximately 3.1 inches in depth on each stair. Now, measurements. Be wary of this. If you need to fit it into some place like a cabinet, you can put all sorts of stuff on this. Spices, you can put makeup, you can put anything on here. And now I have another row. As you can see, now I made it a 4-tier shelf because I put stuff in front. You can see the stairway. It's about, again, 3 inches in width going across each stair or step, and your item will jut out with the legs. It's about 2 inches in between each rung, and I'm showing you here with my tape measure. And let's get to the next rung or stair. You see it's about 2 inches, and then it graduates up to about 2 inches. And remember, the back one is the highest one of all, which is 5.9 inches, not yet 6 inches. It's almost reaching 6 inches, but not yet, just under it. And add your item's height with it. So if it's 10 inches high plus that, it'll be 15.9 inches high in total, minus 2 inches for each rung beneath it. So each rung is 2 inches. So if you go down a rung, if your item is 10 inches plus the 5.9, you know, in the back, now minus it by 2 inches per rung going forward or downwards. Now, weight may be a factor. If you have a really heavy item that's like 10 pounds or 20 pounds, I wouldn't put it on this thing. I have 4 of these going across, which are about 4 to 5 pounds for each stairs. And it doesn't seem to be buckling under the weight. But if you have something that's probably heavier in one spot in the center, it's going to probably sag because this isn't thick tempered glass. This is thin acrylic. Keep that in mind. So all in all, the description will be, actually the link will be in the description beneath the video to the 3-tier and the 2-tier version. Keep in mind that if you do not pay attention to the instructions, by the way, I'm going to add another one in that vacant area to the right, as I'm showing you. Pay attention to the instructions. People gave it bad reviews because they don't read instructions. It was really simple once you pay attention. I didn't use instructions. I looked at a photo on the product page and actually was able to build it from a photo. So pay attention to the instructions. This is a really great product, and I highly recommend it for your display needs. And it'll actually sort things out nicely. Now, people always say, where are the links? Links, please, in the comments. Remember, in the description box beneath the video will be the links to purchase this in the 3-tier or 2-tier version. And wow, look at the difference from the left. How messy. That's like, oh my God. And to the right, look how beautiful. And I'm going to add another one going across to the one I just got. And I ordered 2 more. You can get a 2-pack or a 1-pack of these. And for the price, it's worth getting more than one. Thanks for watching. See you guys all soon. And I can't wait to show you the next Amazon product unboxing.